morning, students. Now today we will discuss about what is the force and what is the pressure. So firstly we discuss about what is the force. So force is push or pull. In another words we can say the force is an external factor which can changes or try to change the position of an object. So we can write here what is the definition of the force. So we can write here force is push or pull on an object. And in another way, we can write here force is an external factor which changes or try to change the position or shape of an object. Now we understand how the position of an object is changed. Now suppose it is a plane and it is an object 8 point A. Initially it is placed at a point A and this one is the point B. And now suppose the mass of that object is M and the force in which direction is applied on that object, that direction are known as the direction of force. So we can write here this one is the force in which direction the force is applied on that object. So this direction is known as the direction of force. And whenever we applied a force on an object having the mass m, then it is accelerate from point A to point B. And the acceleration is A. So we can say that we applied a force on that object, then the position of the object is changes. So now we repeat again what is force. So force is an external factor which changes or try to change the position or shape of an object. Now we will discuss about how the position of an object is changed. Now suppose it is a marker and whenever we applied a force then it's going from this position to this position. So we can say that we applied a force on that object and so here the position is changed of that object. But now suppose if we applied a force on it, then we applied a force but the position of that not change. So we can say that we applied a force but the position of not change because here we cannot give the sufficient amount of the force on that wall. So the position of that object is not changed. So the position of that object is or the shape of that object is only changed whenever we applied a sufficient amount of the force on that object. So if we talk about the unit of the force, so we can write here unit of force. So we consider here the mass of the object is m and when the force is applied on that object then it going from point A to point B by an acceleration A. So we can write here force is equals to mass into acceleration. So force is represented by F and mass is represented by M and acceleration is represented by A. So force is equals to mass into acceleration, and the unit of the mass is kilogram and the unit of the acceleration is meter per second square. So we write here the unit of the force is kilogram meter per second square. And if we talk about the SI unit of the force is Newton. The SI unit of the force is Newton. And now once I repeat, what is the force? So force is push or pull on an object, and in another word we can say force is an external factor which changes or try to change the position or shape of an object, and the unit of the force is force, Newton, and the SI unit is Newton, and force is represented by F, and force is equal to product of mass into acceleration, and the force is a vector quantity and it has magnitude and direction